Hi YouTubers, I'm back. This is Get Her Done Girl. So we were draining the tank. I've got it completely drained. This is your switch that you're gonna put back on. You wanna take your Teflon tape off of it, the old Teflon tape, put some new Teflon tape on it before you put it back down in there. The power control is off on this. Of course, I turned that off before I even got started, because I didn't want that to interfere with the points on the tank. And I'm actually putting some clear, and I always cut mine because I don't like kind of like pulling it. I hate doing that. Sometimes it doesn't leave a clean enough edge for me. I'm a little bit more pickier about that, I guess, than some people, but it's because of the field that I work in, being a dental assistant. But I'm going to put some Teflon tape on this real quick here, and then I'm going to put it back in place, and then we're going to turn the power back on and hope that everything works just great. So there we go. Let me go get a tool when I'm putting the tape on it. So we're going to put our switch back in place. There's enough water missing out of here now. I'm just hoping it's not too much where I actually have to climb it again. I hope I don't have to do that. Make sure it's as smooth as you can, of course. I know it done got water, air in it, so it does have some. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it, just so I don't have to worry about that. Trying to climb it, because it'll probably do that. Hey, look, I'm not perfect. This is everyday Get Her Done Girl life, okay? This is what I have to do. If no one else gonna do it. Did catch some of the water coming out as it was coming out, because I forgot I needed some just for this purpose right here. So that tells me it did get plenty of air in the line, which is awesome. I'll tighten this down here. Hopefully it'll tighten up very nicely. I like to be able to see it usually. Tight enough where I can see it, and I'll be able to see it, so I have to keep going. Kind of almost just packing that tape down in there and making it seal a little bit better. And half turn, we should be good. That's good enough. Lovely. Alright, let's go see about getting some power supply. So we're gonna go back over to our electrical and turn our electrical back on and keep our fingers crossed. This is get her done girl life now, okay? So turn our electrical back on, shut our door, okay? Hopefully it won't stick. There we go. I'm gonna have to close back up. Let's see if it'll kick on. I have to let the water line open so it goes to the house. And it's kicked on. I can already hear it. So yay! Hey! I did something right. Get her done girl knows what she's doing, I guess, huh? So my pump is on. It's gonna start building that pressure up right there on that gauge. Okay. As you can hear, it's running. That gauge has got to get up to about between 30 and 40. 50's where it's kicking on and all that usually. Nothing leaking. Very nice. Nothing leaking. I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. So that tells me the pump's working good. So we're gonna stand here for a minute and make sure it kicks off like it's supposed to. And then we're gonna test it by going inside and running the water a little bit. So this is for all the guys and girls, and I really say girls because there are some women out there that are self-doers like me, get her done girls, you know, and some guys out there that don't know what they're doing if they've never done it, or some young people that are learning. You know, it's not an easy thing to learn, believe me. It's something that I've had to definitely learn on the fly. Let me just say that. So it's not showing anything on the gauge yet, so we'll see what happens in a minute. But I'm excited. It's sounding like it's filling the tank up. I'm not going to turn the line on to the house just yet. Reason for that being is because I want the tank to get full. You know, I'm going to get that full first. Once the tank is full, then I can turn this line on here that goes to the house. So we're going to just kind of sit here and wait and see how long it takes to get it full. Which usually takes about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. Working pretty consistently. It's not acting like it's needing priming done to it. That's a good thing. So that was smart for me to put the water in it first, of course. And I'm sure any plumber would say that. My dad did teach me something, you know. I got Get Her Done Girl the name because my dad would say get her done all the time. And so I just decided, you know what? I'm a get her done girl. I see something, I do something. It has to be done. What do? I get her done. So in this case, I'm unwaterlogging my tank. Got my pump going. Electricity's going back on it. We're going to go inside shortly and we're going to test it. So it's going to be exciting to see. Make sure everything went properly. It's starting to sound like it's getting pretty full. Getting close. Not right there. Something's a little different, so we'll see what the gauge says here in a minute. I usually have the gauge turned a little bit more where I can see it, but I'll work on that later. As long as it's on and I can see it over here, I'm okay with it. Sorry about the mishap there. As you can see, it is still running. The gauge has not moved, which is okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's just filling the tank up right now, the water tank. So I just gotta wait for it to finish filling up. It's sounding pretty close. I can usually tell. So it's making a different noise. But I've done this before. This is not my first time, so just in case anyone's wondering, this is not my first time having to unwaterlog this tank. So there is a difference between being waterlogged and airlogged. So if you're not sure what the difference is, look them up. If you like my content, you want more of it, like and subscribe, please. Tell me where you're seeing me from. I'm here in Florida, and my well is actually sitting on a spring right now. It's a spring-fed well. That's why I only had 10 foot of water in it. I'm very blessed that it's got plenty of water, but I am like 2 blocks from a river too, so that makes it a little convenient if I want to go fishing. And if you like to fish, tell me. So let's see what's happening here. Kind of just waiting on that to kick off. It's gonna kick off in a minute. And I didn't unscrew everything. I just took the valve off of it because I didn't feel like messing with the plumbing right here in this area. I keep it covered with something so that the sun doesn't beat on it until I can build a little spot for it. But I want to get rid of this tree here because it's already fell on my shed a couple of times. This shed was already on the property. I've got to redo the floor. I've got a lot of little projects here and there I've got to do. I cranked up one of my lawnmowers today to get it running. I'm going to crank up the other 2 if I get a minute here. Just make sure the batteries are still kicking. Get ready for the summertime because spring is right around the corner, guys. We do our time change on Sunday night. And I'm sure you guys know that we're going to be dragging it on Monday. I know I am. I hope not. I'm going to try and get plenty of sleep on Sunday. So, like I said, we're just kind of waiting for the tank to fill up right now. Let's see where my gauge is at. Once it's full. It'll kick off. And then we're going to go and test it. Pretty cool. This is my everyday life. Things that I have to do. I knew it was coming. Getting close anyway. It's supposed to rain a little bit here and there today. So I was trying to get it done while the sun was out. It's sounding pretty close now. I still got my Mustang in the background. I got a project working on that. I got the Mustang around front, which I still got to work on that. I got lots of projects. They all cost money though and things, you know, so you got to do one at a time. One at a time. This project right here, I wish I could just do and be done with it, but it started out, I got this property, you know, God blessed me with this property and I prayed for it. So I'm grateful for that. But the well wasn't working. I didn't have a pump on it. So my mother was kind enough to get one for me. And I'm very appreciative for that. And we got it running. So I'm very appreciative for that. Otherwise I wouldn't have water coming into my house. But I have to get the main pipe in the ground here re-threaded. And I want to take and build it up a little bit because of the concrete that's right here, and put a hand pump right here where I've got an on and off switch. So that way if my power goes out, I've got an on and off switch and I have a jug of water, I can prime it, and then I will at least have running water into my home. So let's face it, when there's no water, you can't do a lot. You can do some things, but you can't do a lot. And not everybody always keeps a lot of water around. And I hate having to keep it around, but I have to right now until I get this situated. So I'm hoping I can do that in the next year or so. Go ahead and have all the plumbing and stuff redone. It's just re-threading it really, and just building the base up on it, and getting the hand pump, because I want to get a metal hand pump. I want to take and put another piece of galvanized on here, put a cup link on it, get it re-threaded, put a cup link on it, bring it up, put a piece of galvanized on it, and then put my hand pump on top of it, and then kind of decorate it out into a little square where I've got little fine rocks, not real small rocks, but my son used to collect like rocks about this big, and they're real smooth, and so I want to put them right there, just kind of a little thing that, you know, he did that I adored as a mom, a parent, you know. Got a little drip, so we know. So look here, so we got a little drip right here. So this is how I know it's getting full and it's coming up, because this wouldn't be dripping. So I have my cap in my pocket, so we're going to put our cap back on it. So that's telling me that it's getting full. Yay for that. So we're going to take and put our cap back on there. Make sure that's nice and tight. You don't have to tighten, you don't have to torque it down, just make sure it's finger tight. Wipe any excess off, make sure it's not. Hear the thundering. I'm sure y'all can. I'm so sorry. The noise is, yes, it's going to cut off in a minute. We'll see, then we'll be able to see what the pressure is on the gauge. But yeah, I'm sorry about the noise. It is loud. But this is my get her done day. My off day that I gotta do stuff around the hacienda. So we know it's filled up to the second gauge here. Feel good. That's where we were putting the gauge at whenever we were pushing the water out of it. Hopefully everything rolls. Keeping my fingers crossed. I know it's a long video, guys, but I do appreciate you being here and listening to me and talking to me, and let me know where you're seeing me from. Like I said, I do stuff all the time. It just depends on if it's cold or not. If it's cold, I don't want to be outside. I'm not much of a cold girl. I'm a true Floridian. So I definitely like the sun a little better. I like it when it's kind of cool like this right here. This is nice. Let's see if this pump's going to kick off in a minute. It should kick off any time now. If it doesn't, that means I did something wrong. I hope not. I don't think so. I think I did pretty good. Well, the true test will be inside. That'll be the true test to see how fast the water kicks on and off. I'll do a separate video for that, because this one is almost 20 minutes long. I don't know. I might keep it on. We'll see. It should be kicking off real soon. It seems like it takes forever. It's like that when they say it's only going to be just a few minutes, and it ends up being like a long. Those few minutes seem like it's the longest minutes ever. Just a few more minutes. The longest minutes ever, for sure. I know. I gotta build the dirt up around this too. I'm gonna get some dirt brought into my property. I'm waiting for it to kick off. You gotta think that's a big tank to fill. I wouldn't. Anybody know what you think the size on that actually is? Let's see. What is the size on it? Does anybody know what the size is? Yes, that is a car in the background. That is a Lumina. 1992 Z34 Lumina project. If you know what size that is, tell me. It's an older style, so we all know that it's an older style one for sure. I got me a little lizard around here trying to eat some little gnats or whatever. He's been hanging out with me most part of the morning. Pretty close. Ain't got much more to go. So let's see. It got a little wet when I was taking it off, of course. Real dry though. The motor's a little hot, but it'll be alright. It ain't hot. It ain't too hot where I can't put my hand on it. You don't want it to overheat because you'll burn your motor up for your pump. Like I said, most women don't know that unless they've had to do it themselves. So there are some, like I said, new couples and younger people out there starting out in this world. If you want to know how to do it, if you've got an older place, want to know how to unwaterlog your tank, it's definitely how to do it. Being patient. Impatient is not my virtue. It's not my virtue. Gotta get the ground leveled out over here. Got it kind of dug up. Let's see what happens. It's either gonna make it or break it. One or the other. See how good I did. It's gonna be a long video. 24 minutes. We're already hitting 25 minutes. I know y'all are dying to see if it's really going to work or not, but I promise you it will. If it don't, I will be very, very surprised. I mean, like, extremely surprised. That just means that I would have to take it apart do it one more time, but I would have to take it apart at the actual knot right there, the plastic knot, the coupling that's holding it. There's a rubber seal in there, and that's why I don't like to take it apart too much, because you mess that rubber seal up and then you gotta find one or what have you. And it seems like every time I work on something like this, it's always on a Sunday. So I decided today I wanted to do it because it's a Friday, and I didn't want to wait till Sunday in case something goes wrong. Did not want to go there. So yeah. Anytime now. There it goes. All right, see, Mama did something right. Get her done, girl. Get her done, girl. All right, so let's check the water pressure. Let's check it. It is right at 50, almost 55. See that? Look at there. I love it. I love it. So let's go inside and test it now. This is how we test it. We flush the toilets. We let the water run. Make sure the pump's going to kick on and off. So here we go. True test. True test. See how long it takes for it to fill up. Oh, it's because it's got air in the line, see? Well, you know what I forgot? Open the line. Let me open that line to the house. See, I forgot that. See, now I know it'll kick on. So I'm going to turn this line on here, open this valve up so that the water can go into the house. Now let's watch to see if the water pressure is dropping on the gauge, which it should be. Yes, it is dropping. As you see, it's a little bit at a time, but it is dropping. See it dropping. So we're gonna go back in the house. Hopefully y'all seen that dropping. We're back in the house and we're gonna flush the other toilet just so we have water rolling where it's forcing it. We're gonna turn this faucet on here in the kitchen. Hey, would you flush that toilet in the bathroom for me real quick? My son just got home from school, so yay. I just worked on the water. So just flush it for me real quick. Turn your faucet on just for a minute and then turn it back off. So I'm gonna make sure it's building up enough where it can drop the pressure.
I flushed it.
Okay.
What do you want me to do?
That's it. Thank you.
All I did was just flush it.
Okay, good. That's all I needed. Thank you. Make sure I turn this faucet off here. Yep, I did. It is filling up in the bathroom, so I know it's working. Yay. All right, now to just check the gauge, make sure the gauge is working. So when the water pressure drops, I'm sure everyone knows, and if you don't, the gauge has to drop down to a certain amount. See, it was earlier, it was here at 50. It was straight above. Now it's dropped down. So now it's going to drop some more because the water's been running inside. We want to make sure that the pump is going to kick on, because that's what you want to do, is make sure the pump is going to kick on. So usually it drops when it gets down about 25, sometimes maybe a little less. It's still going down. I have another child coming, so we'll see if I can get him to turn some water on for me. Give me just a moment. when you go inside.
Use the bathroom.
I know. Just turn the water faucet on in the kitchen for me on the cold side. I just got the water going, so we'll see. It was filling up. Huh?
I have to use the bathroom.
I know. Just turn the faucet on before you go in there is what I'm asking you. Yay. Joy of my life. Priorities. Gotta use bathroom, but gotta have water to use bathroom. Let's see. He's gonna turn it on. It's gonna drop anymore. Hopefully it will. It is dropping slowly but surely. It should kick on here in a moment. And if it kicks on and off, then I know I did my job right. Here, see there, it just dropped some more. Sorry about the noise, outside noise, guys. Girls, guys, everyone. So let's go and see if he turned the faucet on, because let's see. Oh, he turned it on. It's going. It's just taking a minute. So it's just dropping. It's just taking a minute. It should start kicking on here any second. And if it kicks on and off, then I know I did my job right. I know part of it's working already, so I'm happy with that. Let's go check the faucet. Because most of the time when you want to do something, or you're asking me to do something, it doesn't always get done when you want to do it. No, faucet's not running. I told you to turn the faucet on. Thank you so much. And leave it running. I know it's running now, so I'm gonna come back out here because I know the gauge is gonna drop now for sure. And I gotta make sure of everything before. There it goes. It kicked on. Here we go. Kicked on. You had to drop down to at least 20 before it kick on. So now it's gonna fill. I gotta go back inside, turn the water back off, just to make sure it's gonna kick off like it's supposed to. And if so, then guess what? I got her done. Okay, let's check and see. It kicks off. We did it right. Kicks off, then we know we did our job right. So we're listening now. It's getting ready to rain here too, so that's one reason why I was trying to hurry. So came out here early this morning to try to get this done. Just see what the gauge is doing. Just kind of sitting there right now. So we'll see what's happening. Let it kick. See if it's going to kick off. Probably gonna take a minute to fill up because I had to turn the faucet on and all. If it kicks off, then I couldn't be happier. So, like I said, like, subscribe if you want more content. Teach you how to fix a few things here and there. Might be a little bit long video. I'll go into detail if you need me to. Ask me any questions you like. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're seeing me from. If you've had any similar issues or problems with your well or your tank. Of course, you know, this was my tank. Yeah, I'm excited. Just waiting for it to kick off now. Let's look. Hopefully nothing's running in there, because if it is, I won't know. Let's go in there and check. Because that gauge should be moving now. Which is kind of odd, it's not, but it should be. It should be. I had 2 people interrupt my work, so hopefully. Let's go check. We gotta check, make sure they didn't leave nothing running. Because they're boys, and no offense to the guy world or men world or boy world, but they do things and they don't check. Is anything running in there? Can you turn it off, please? Okay. Thank you. Told you. I knew if something was running. Anything running in there? No? Okay, thank you. You see, I turned the air on. Mm-hmm. So now let's go see if it turns off. I don't hear it running. Let's see. Get a little closer. It's still running. Let's see. Okay, it's still running. Nothing's happening yet, so we'll see. Give it just a minute here. If you turn the faucet off, then the gauge should start moving. And it should go up to where it was before, in 50, a little over 50. I don't know how much water he ran out, because he said he turned it off, so we'll see. This is what happens in Get Her Done Girl's world. She gets interrupted with other people, other things, and then I have to stop. Or something stops me. My projects go as accordingly, as long as I don't get interrupted. Hopefully that will shut off in a moment. I guess I don't know how long he had it running for, so. It's a waiting game. Make sure that pump ain't getting too hot. So it's gonna running for a whole hot minute now. It better turn off on me. Really upset in a minute now. Took that boy out. It's a waiting game that I gotta wait and see. I have to stand out here the whole time because I don't know what's gonna happen, so I gotta kind of see and keep an eye on that pump. I can't let that pump get hot. So I gotta go flip that breaker. Okay, I gotta go inside and check the other bathroom and make sure the toilet didn't stick. One of them didn't stick because that's the only thing it can be. Alex, make sure that that is not stuck in there and it's just like no, it's not stuck.
This is sauna in there.
I know.
So hot.
Okay, back outside. Here it's still running. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn water off to the house for a minute. Let it fill the tank up. See if it turns back off like it was going to a minute ago, like it did a minute ago. Wait and see what happens now. See what happens to it now. See where it goes. If it changes or anything. Because it should. Now that I've turned that water off to the main house, it should change. It should go ahead and flip off once that tank is full. I told you this is what happens when you get interrupted in the middle of a project you're working on. That pump should be kicking off now. Any time. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to go hit that electrical. One more time. Take that pressure gauge off of there. I said the thing right finally. Pressure gauge. And make sure it's primed. Because it's almost acting like it's not now. But hard for me to tell that unless I take that off. As soon as I take that off, there's going to be a pile of water. So, looking like that might be what we're going to have to do now. I'm not real happy about that. So, let's go and turn the electrical off. Not take off. Still on. Alright. I'm going to turn the electrical off. I'm going to take that switch off there. Take that pressure valve off there, and we're going to see what's going on. See if it lost its prime, because it may have done that with what he just did inside. So let's check it out. Gotta love it. So we're going to cut this water off to the tank first, because we don't want to lose any water there. Lose any if it is right there. I'm gonna know real quick, just about a minute. That little short compression on it. If it's full, which it's not, it lost its prime. A little bit. That just told me something too. I just heard it click inside here. So that just told me that the points were stuck. So I'm going to open that up. Check that out. I don't have a regular wrench out here to do that with. So only I can get that off, but I tightened it pretty tight. That's when I was out here messing with it. That didn't burn up because I've already replaced one set of points on this already. I ain't really looking forward to doing that again. So maybe they just stuck, and that was it. And that's exactly what happened. They stuck. That being said, I'm going to screw that back. So let's just double check, make sure it does have plenty of water. It's got water there. So, I'm going to screw that back down. It's hot too. It was getting hot. I'm gonna leave it off actually for a minute. I'm gonna turn that electrical back on for just a minute, and then I'm gonna see what's happening. so it went back up. Can you go back inside and turn the faucet back on for a minute? Actually, just flush twice. Turn the bathroom faucet on a little bit and come right back out. For some reason it's reading 50 now. I'm not sure what's going on there with that. Maybe because the pressure gauge was stuck on the points. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just gonna find out though. Have him go in there and tighten that up for a minute and see what's going to happen with it. And make sure it's going to work. Can't be without water. So, like I said, that's why I want to put a pump here, manual pump, so I don't have to do this anymore.
No pressure.
Huh?
No pressure.
No pressure?
Yeah.
Is it? Make sure the electric's on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I forgot to turn the water back on. Forgot to turn the water back on. My bad. Go see if there's pressure now. It's starting to drop now, so we'll give it a minute, let it drop. We'll see what happens. Pressure's dropping on it. I'm just waiting for it to kick in so I can make sure that the points are working correctly. Because I think something got stuck. Can you let the faucet run for a few more minutes? Nice to have someone to kind of help you every now and again whenever you're trying to do this, so you're not trying to have to run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth by yourself. I'm pretty sure I did it right. I just think that something happened, the point stuck or something when I got interrupted testing it, of course. Sanctuary. I live by a main busy highway. I have a bird sanctuary, squirrels, rabbits. Actually, put like some deer every now and again. Not necessarily in my yard because mine's fenced in, but pretty close to here. So it should be dropping again a little bit more. And then once it does, then it should kick on and then cut off. And I left that lid off the points because I want to make sure that that is what's going on with it. A little bit more. I gotta have it about 5 more pounds down. Flush the toilet one more time. Gotta give them some guidance. It should start kicking on here in a minute. So let's see. We're up to 20, a little low, 25. 25. You get down a couple more pounds. It should. There it goes. So let's make sure those points are working right. Looking like they're doing pretty good. And here. Okay, thank you. Sorry about the holler in the phone, guys. And just so you know, this is what points look like. You don't want to touch it. It's electrical, and it is hot right now, so definitely don't want to touch it. That's a new set that I actually put on here. So let's see what the pressure gauge is going to do. It's going to kick up there like it's supposed to. I will tell you what kind of pump I have when I'm done here, so you know what kind of pump this is, in case you're interested. It's not the way I really wanted to design the thing, but it's just kind of what I had to do at the moment, because I had to buy this property and close on it, and then I had to actually get this water running immediately within like a couple of weeks. And that was very difficult for me to do, being a single parent. Let's see if that gauge should catch on now. I know it didn't stick, so that's a good thing. It's not stuck, hopefully. Now let's see if that gauge starts moving. Should start moving. There it goes. Starting to move now, so that's a good sign. So I did something right. So yay, get her done, girl, did it right. Okay, it's gonna kick off in a minute, which is cool. And there it goes, see? All right, a little over 50. Not quite 55, but that works for me. We're gonna put our lid back on to our little points here. I'm gonna put the lid back on here. You guys can see. It just goes on there. You screw it down. I kind of tighten mine because mine's in the weather, but I've had it covered up, so. But I didn't want it to rattle around. I didn't want anyone messing with it either, so. That's my conclusion of my waterlogged tank. Like and subscribe. Get her done, girl.